So, you hear, this is okay? Remarks here, the mic is not live in that it's not, it's for this room, it's for the live stream. Okay?
No. Other friend.
When you pull this down, when you like get up, you'll come from the podium, so if you come here, but you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to give it kind of an angle.
Okay, so it's there's a little.
There's four pieces of television.
You know, crazy still and stuff like that. And you're probably cursing yourself, right? Next time. Well, I think the board is kind of done its thing and run its course.
It is. We're good. Dean, how are you, sir?
Was this one, President Barnes? Good.
Melt off is in earnest.
It is. It's going to be 50 through the weekend, so we're done. We're done. Stephanie declared March 1st, no more snowflakes.
Yay. I'm ready for that.
I think we might do that.
No, I'm going back down to Florida the next week.
Yeah.
Off trip with my friend. Don't do that.
What's that?
We've been dusting up this body. I got 20 guys.
Ray, how are you?
Doing well, sir. How are you doing?
Oh, look, you got some Mickey Mouse on.
I know.
Randy, this is Ray Allen.
Hi, Randy.
How are you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah. You gonna fire us up here?
Yeah, I'm glad you started. On campus, yeah.
For this. We've been working on this for a while.
Yep, that'd be great, that'd be great.
This is great stuff down there. Always excited to come and do one of these. Right. Cattle prod.
That's like the other one.
Most of them not there. Did you get done? Yeah. Otherwise it kind of confuses you. That's what I get. Pretty good on Could I ask you to please take your seats so we can start this dedication? Well, good afternoon. I'm Steve Ferris, Dean of the Miller College of Business, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the Ball State Financial Classroom dedication. I want to welcome those who are here with us here in Muncie, and those of you that are joining us virtually. We are very pleased to have you join with us as we celebrate this exciting new development in the Miller College of Business. Today, we celebrate a partnership between Ball State Financial and the Miller College of Business that furthers our financial literacy initiatives here at Ball State University. The gift from Ball State Financial will be used to support a financial literacy program, enhance existing courses, provide scholarships, and allow for guest speakers. It will also contribute to the operational needs of the Department of Finance and Insurance. The Department of Finance and Insurance is one of 7 departments in the Miller College of Business. It prides itself on its ability to offer career opportunities for students by aligning its curriculum with the needs of employers. It maps its curriculum to that suggested by professional organizations such as the CFA Institute or the Certified Financial Planners Board. In addition, the department provides students with state-of-the-art technology, like the Bloomberg terminals, and they also manage an actual stock portfolio, which is part of the university endowment. I'd like to now very briefly describe some of the programming that Ball State Financial's gift will make possible to our students. The newly refreshed classroom here in which we're sitting is the most visible reminder of this partnership. This named classroom acknowledges our partnership and provides space for regularly scheduled business courses. Our partnership, however, transcends physical space to reinforce financial literacy throughout curricular enhancement and other student-centered activities. These activities include incorporating audio-visual media created by Ball State Financial in our personal finance course, guest lectures by a Ball State Financial employee, and the development of interactive educational tools to enhance student learning. The partnership also includes involvement in our career preparation program, SOAR, participation in career fairs in collaboration with the Career Center, sponsorship of our annual Dialogue Days event, participation in other alumni and student activities, inclusion and orientation activities for new students and employees, and presentations at the university's Working Well events. Additional activities are being contemplated in collaboration with the Department of Military Science, Veteran Affairs, and government agencies. The many activities of this program will enhance student learning while increasing the well-being of our graduates and the broader university community. Our program is being coordinated by Olga McAtee, an instructor in the Department of Finance and Insurance, in collaboration with other units on campus. And Olga, can I just ask you to stand? Thank you. Olga has been handpicked for this position and will be the first point of contact between Ball State Financial and the Miller College. Olga is especially qualified for this role. She is passionate about personal finance and financial literacy, and she's very interested in teaching our students responsible financial practices. Her interest in promoting financial literacy stemmed from her service as a lending officer at a credit union in North Carolina. In that role, she also promoted financial literacy among community members representing a variety of social economic groups. That is why we chose Olga to serve as the lead instructor for this program. Olga is looking forward to working with Ball State Financial to help students and community members become more financially literate citizens. Thank you so much, Ball State Financial, for this opportunity to enrich the learning and professional development opportunities of our students. At this time, I would like to introduce the president of Ball State University, Jeffrey Mearns. President Mearns will offer his comments on this partnership and his warm welcome to campus.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you. That's what we do these days, right? Okay, thank you, Steve, and thank you for your service to the university and to the college. So it's a pleasure to be with you here in person and a pleasure to join you virtually. That's the way we do these things now for the last 12 months, and it's a privilege to have the opportunity to participate in this event. As Steve said, we've gathered here today to celebrate a generous gift from Ball State Financial and to honor, not only to recognize that gift, but honor the ongoing partnership between the Miller College of Business and a credit union that really has a long and proud and distinguished history here at our university. As Steve explained, this gift and this partnership will enhance our university's continuing commitment to educating our students about the importance of strong personal financial skills. And we know that these skills like planning a budget, how to build credit, and how to plan for retirement, we know that these skills are integral to the mission that we want to instill in our students so that they can have fulfilling careers and to lead meaningful lives. Those skills are important to enabling us to fulfill that mission. And so that's why, as Steve was saying, it's why we incorporate content about financial literacy into the curriculum that we provide all of our undergraduate students. And now, because of this gift, we can provide enhanced literacy curriculum to both our students as well as our employees. And I want to express my appreciation to all of the credit union employees who are here, those here present, as well as I understand we have those of you joining us. I also want to express my appreciation to Professor McAtee and the other faculty and staff in the college, as well as our colleagues in Human Resources and in the Alumni Association. Working together as a team, which is what we do here at Ball State and what I know you do in your organization, is what makes this organization so strong. So we're celebrating a new, exciting chapter in our university's history with Ball State Financial, but I want to talk a little bit about the history, about the past history. Some of you may know this, but the Ball State Federal Credit Union was started by employees here at Ball State. I think it was about 60 years ago. A long and proud history between the credit union and our university. And then last fall, the credit union merged with an Indianapolis financial institution, but in the wake of that merger, they chose to continue to operate here in Muncie and in Delaware County as Ball State Financial. And that's a decision that I think reflects the institution's, your institution's longstanding commitment to our university and to our community, and we're grateful for that continuing commitment. And today, the credit union maintains a branch in our student center and ATMs all across campus. So along with providing banking services to members of our campus community, Ball State Financial has been a longtime supporter of our athletics program. And I'm told, Stephanie, are we still winning by 20 points in the basketball game? Yes, good. And Christy often sits, when I'm in basketball games, one of your colleagues often sits right down the row from me. Her responsibility at the basketball games is to ensure that I don't cross the line in my critique of the referees during some of those games. So we're grateful for her service in that regard. But, you know, as an institution, we're fortunate to benefit from a partnership with a local business that continues to value its roots and its hometown connections. And so on behalf of the university, I want to thank all of the women and men of Ball State Financial for their commitment to maintaining this ongoing affiliation. It's an affiliation that we know and believe promises a bright future for all of us. So in appreciation of this partnership and the gift, we're going to install a sign that displays the credit union's name and logo. And so in a moment, I'm going to ask Kevin Ryan to come to the podium and share his remarks. But before we do that, Kevin, I'm going to ask you to join me in unveiling the sign. And I've been given some instructions about how this works.
Okay. Two pieces of Velcro, we gotta pull.
There's like 4 pieces of Velcro.
2 apiece.
So now we have to make sure, see those people with the cameras, they're going to want to make sure we do this on their command.
Okay.
So who's running the show? Stephanie, are you running the show?
Sam's gonna count. Yep.
Sam?
All
right.
Yeah. Thank you. That's beautiful.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So now Kevin's going to speak, and as I shared with him before he came, this is a homecoming for him. I believe he has 2 degrees, a bachelor's and a master's here from Ball State. So Kevin, thank you for your partnership.
Thank you.
And congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, everybody. I get the privilege to be the CEO of Ball State Financial. It's something that I have really enjoyed over the last dozen years. We have the privilege at our credit union to manage about $750 million of our members' money. We have over 80,000 members. We work in 15 counties, and primarily that's the greater Indianapolis area, Kokomo, and now Muncie. And we feel very, very fortunate to have the footprint that we have and to be here today. Out of 150 credit unions in the state of Indiana, every year there is an ability to win some awards. 2 of those awards, there's 4 awards, are in youth and adult financial literacy. And for the last 9 years running, we have won first place in both categories for 9 years running out of those 150 credit unions. If you win at your state level, then you have the ability to go to the national level. We've, over the last 7 years, won 7 awards at the national level for adult financial literacy, and 4 of those years we were first place in the nation, and that includes 5,000 credit unions across the country. Thank you. Today, from our team, we have with us our distinguished guest. John Kniep is the chairman of our board, and Larry Markham is the vice chairman of our board. Ball State graduate Jeff George works here, and he's also on our board of directors, and he was with Ball State Federal Credit Union, and he sits on the Ball State Financial Center board. From our staff, Cam Mingus is here, and Cam is our new president, so I'll be retiring in a year, and Cam is the person coming behind me. They got a good guy. Dusty Simmons is a Ball State graduate, and Dusty is the vice president of membership development. Jamie Davidson, who is really our key teacher of financial literacy, is assistant vice president of financial literacy, and he is a Ball State graduate. Marco Dominguez is here. Marco's standing in the back. He's our assistant vice president of community relations and outreach. Glad you're here, Marco. Chris Poland is a Ball State graduate, and he is our financial literacy and community engagement manager. And last but not least, Randy Glassburn is here. And so Randy has served many years as the president of Ball State Federal Credit Union. As a matter of fact, we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. In 2016, Randy and I started talking to each other about how could we possibly join forces? How could we offer products and services to our members? How could we build a stronger organization? How could we hold on to graduating members with a more robust electronic delivery system? We talked about these things. We talked about predictive analytics and risk management. But the most important thing we talked about was how are we going to teach financial literacy in Muncie? And that's what Randy and I did. So our organization has 3 pillars that we approach as a company. We support the United States military. We feed the hungry, and we teach financial literacy. And so when Randy and I were talking about financial literacy in Muncie, it just kind of all came together. You know, I firmly believe it's not what you do every day in your organization that defines you. That really is not what defines you. It's who you are. It's who you are at your heart. It's who you are at your soul. It's the foundation or the core of your organization that makes all the difference. So financial literacy is what we're all about. It's our niche. It's what we identify with. And standing here today is exactly why Randy and I decided to merge. So Randy, thank you. So for over 60 years, Ball State Federal Credit Union has served, as the president said, the students and faculty of Ball State University. You know, this pride this team takes every day when they get up and go to work is all about how can I improve the life of the members that we serve. Their enthusiasm, their professionalism, their service mindset, and most important, their cardinal spirit is what they bring to work every day. And this includes the founder of their organization, our organization, Edith Pittenger. That's the person you're referring to. You see, Edith was at the heart and the core of all things credit unions and all things Ball State University. Well, she graduated from the Teachers College in 1933. She was employed here from 1948 to 1978. You retired her with an emeritus status. She was also awarded your Administrative Staff Distinguished Service Award. Edith also, in 1956, with 5 other people, decided Ball State needs a credit union. And she actually ran that credit union out of the drawer at her desk. She did this in addition to her full-time job, and until 1988, she remained as our treasurer and secretary of the credit union. Then she went to the board until 2004. Edith gave 50 years of her life to the credit union, which I think is just amazing. So when you look at that, she was also then brought into the who's who of America's credit unions, and she was inducted there. So you see, Edith was all things credit unions and all things Ball State University, and we, all of us at the organization, can never lose that foundation. It is ingrained in who we are today and it will be ingrained in who we are forever. And so we want to salute Edith. So credit unions were found back in 1909. They came to the United States, and the entire idea about credit unions was people helping people. They were brought in to serve the common man and to bring financial services and teach financial education to those that they were able to serve. We really haven't changed much since 1909. Financial Center, Ball State Financial does that today. You know, I believe financial literacy is much more than a budget. It's much more than planning for retirement. It's much more than debt cancellation, getting your debts together. It actually is the vehicle you can use for something much bigger, the ability to grab your dreams. It gives you the ability to get an education. It gives you the ability to buy a home. It gives you the ability to take care of your family. It actually changes your life. And so that's how we think about financial literacy at Ball State Financial. These pins that we have on, most of us wearing one, they mean something to us. There's 4 little swirls on our pin. And the first swirl says, if we can take care of that member, if we can improve the financial life of that member, then the second swirl is, then we can change the financial life of their family. And if we can change the financial life of their family, then we can help change the community. That's the third swirl. And we believe in the fourth swirl, if we can change the community, we can actually affect the world. And so that's what we wear to remind us of what's important at Ball State Financial and Financial Center. Well, over the past years, with Dusty's help, we've defined our focus. We do a lot more things today than we used to. We do international focus with Marco. He's actually spoken in several different countries about financial literacy at credit union events. We have an educational portal. We do one-on-one financial counseling. We have youth programs. And now we stand here today being part of the Miller College of Business. And I think that's pretty cool as an organization. I'll wrap it up here, but like all organizations, you have to understand your why. Why do you do what you do every day? It's really important. And at Ball State Financial, it's all about that people helping people, our original motto. It's an initiative for us to provide personal finance to people that need it the most. It's those students that you're preparing. In an ever-changing economic environment, they're going out into the world, they're entering the workforce, they're going to vote, they're going to consume goods, they're going to invest, and most importantly, one day, eventually they'll be leading our cities and our states and our nation. And so we are proud to be part of you in doing that. We sincerely appreciate this partnership that you've given us an opportunity to have with you here at Ball State Financial. And as a credit union executive, I'm quite excited. If I could have a mask on, you could see it, about the opportunity to serve Henry, Madison, and Delaware counties. And as a Ball State graduate, it warms my heart to have the opportunity that the organization I get the opportunity to run every day is going to work with this wonderful university, which is the place that prepared me for business many years ago. So thank you so much. We definitely appreciate this partnership. Thank you.
Kevin, I want to thank you for those comments. Thank you for introducing your staff. I found it fascinating, the discussion that you and Randy had that kind of explains the genesis of why we're ultimately here today. And probably most importantly, I really appreciated your articulation of the 3 pillars of your corporate culture. And I'll say, in all sincerity, it makes me very proud to be a dean, to be affiliated with an organization like you that's so value-driven. And that's very meaningful. So thank you for sharing that with us. I want to thank you all for joining with us today to celebrate this partnership between Ball State Financial and the Miller College of Business. It is through these kinds of collaborations that our students gain the experience, the confidence, and the networking that will prepare them for career success. Also, I want to use this opportunity to thank Ball State Financial for choosing us as a partner. One of the core values explicitly recognized by Ball State is gratitude. And I want to echo what President Mearns said in terms of expressing our gratitude for this opportunity to develop a program that highlights the successes that are possible through business partnerships. We look forward to our future collaborations with you as we develop our programming. I also want to thank Dr. Manoj Athavali, Chair of the Department of Finance and Insurance, who worked very closely with Ball State Financial to develop the program activities that we are celebrating today. Equally important, Manoj, working with Olga, will be responsible for ensuring that the many operational details and all those promises that we made will actually be fulfilled and delivered in a way that we want it to be. So again, thank you, and this concludes our formal ceremony.